by Mr. Darko Beats.
Welcome back. Welcome to New York Post 90 Podcast. We are recording on Thanksgiving. We found a way to sneak in an in-person episode at the family Thanksgiving gathering because the vibes were just too good with the last in-person one.
But we're directly after eating a ton of food, so we are we're 5 minutes removed from trying not to fall asleep on the couch.
Yeah. So thankful we're in person. Thankful for Matt Freese. Thankful for what happened in Philly on the night. I mean, I think a lot of people went into that game, including us, expecting us not to have much of a chance. We thought we might be scrappy, but, getting out of there unscathed, clean sheet is crazy. Super big for Freese, super big for the defense, but I feel like there's probably a lot of good to look forward to in the game against Miami.
I think it kind of does give you maybe a different perspective of what this team is capable of to overcome the injuries going into the game. I know that we spoke a lot about how the team might look completely different based on that, not only with the decisions in the lineup, but actually physically on the field, tactically, how they would need to set up from that point, would look very different. They adapted well. You had mentioned that you thought, win or lose, it would be on Pascal in his decisions. Do you think now, in retrospect, can you look at it and say that he won us the game?
I think he did, yeah. I mean, he did a lot of what was the agreed upon or the consensus expectation, I think, with the lineup, right? So Nico went up top, Johnny Shore folded into the lineup, and then he got two amazing games out of both those players. I think it'd be crazy for us not to come on here and talk about the game that Johnny Shore had after some of the worrying that we did prior. And not for no reason, but as you would expect any player to come in off of very little game time, very little in-match experience for quite a while, and then if you compound his age on top of that, you can't expect too much from a player. But he came in, I thought he looked really good. He, shockingly, I think was a part of the attack more than we've seen from him in the past. I remember one ball that he pinged up the left side of the field. Yeah. I can't remember who. I think it was either to O'Toole or somebody else. But that was a highlight moment for me where I kind of something clicked where he was doing the dirty work that quietly goes unnoticed during a game. But when he made that pass, it was like, oh yeah, Johnny's on the field and there's been no issues thus far.
Yeah, I think that was my biggest praise was you didn't really see too much of him, but his presence was definitely felt in the game. I thought he had a very mature, quiet game where he was one of the best players on the field for either side. In addition to that, you kind of look at another person who was maybe thrust into a different position in Nico Fernandez, who, I kind of forgot about the game where he played false nine against the Red Bulls. The commentary was the one that reminded me of that. He might be a very dangerous player in that position. I just don't know. I guess you have Alonso, so that answers the question right there. But this is something that could have been dangerous all season, it seems.
This is going to be something that has to be dangerous moving forward. I think Alonso is set to miss at least the first half of the season next year, right? So this is maybe a glimpse into what we're going to see in 2026 NYCFC, which sounds crazy to say. But bringing it back to Johnny for a moment, now we're going into a Miami game where instead of the conversation being about players that we lost, it functions a little bit more towards players that we're getting back, really only being Aiden that falls into that category, but Aiden has cemented himself as a part of this lineup. Does he fold right back in, or do we kind of roll with Johnny and let him continue to do what he did in this game?
I feel like I kind of trust Pascal to figure that out. So I'm going to trust whatever he does decide to do. Me personally,
you'd be okay with it either way?
No, I think me personally, yeah, I would. Yeah, because
okay.
I think we're at the point where we can kind of trust him tactically, knock on wood. But there's been that one game where I was very upset with, I think, the mentality that we went into the game with. But if you're putting a knife to me and telling me I need to pick, I'm probably rocking with O'Neal.
Me too.
Defensively, probably a lot better in this situation. And I think O'Neal maybe even hovering around Messi could be a shout to kind of just get him off his game a little bit. I know that kind of feeds into the way that he likes to play, but you got to try something to kind of mitigate the risk that is Messi on the field.
Yeah, no, I mean, I leaned O'Neal heavily, and I think you're right that O'Neal brings a level of class and I would say cool-headedness, but we lost him to yellow card accumulation over something stupid. But in the past, I think where we've had success with Miami, which we're one of the few teams that have had success with Miami, is really frustrating them. And like Messi specifically, you think of all the games where Santi and Messi are chewing each other's heads off the whole game.
Yeah.
Thiago is getting in there with him too. We have these different scrappy players that are leaving that extra elbow in on him or doing something that kind of frustrates him. And I think that is where we get it right against them. And Aiden O'Neal is in a way better position to do that than Johnny. I can't imagine Messi even looking at Johnny and being frustrated about it.
Yeah, it's true. But also, alternatively, you look at that, all those players went into that game off of, 20 days of rest or something like that. So you got O'Neal, who is then going off of close to a month without being on a field competitively. That definitely is a factor into kind of the decisions that I would make personally, but like I said, I'm rocking with whatever Pascal decides to try out there. The great thing about it is there really is no wrong answer on paper. Like, you could plug Johnny in and say, look, we're riding the hot hand. He had a great game. We want to stick with a similar system, and he functioned well in it.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can just say, look, it was O'Neal's position. He's back. We're just going to rock with him because that was his position before. He didn't lose it.
Yeah. Is there a world, I mean, we don't have to worry about fitness at all with Aiden, do we? Or is there a world where we see both of them play some minutes in this game?
I think if we end up going down a goal and it gets later into the game, you probably see Johnny just to see more of an attacking kind of setup, just to try to get something, get back in the game.
Yeah. I'm scared of the waterfall with Miami. I think, I think it should look like the Philly game. If we're to win, it should look very similar to the Philly game.
Yeah.
If we're to lose, then I think it's going to look really similar to the Cincinnati game, in that we know by the 20th minute that it's 2-0 and
That's
the
tough.
hopes have
and we
been
could turn
dashed.
turn the game off at that point.
That's what concerns me, because I'm not sure if we lose our heads early and Miami gains that confidence, like between Messi and then the two wingers that I think they have on each side, Allende and this other kid that have just been hot, and they all had some kind of contribution against Cincinnati. It's once this gets rolling, it's tough.
Yeah. Well, and what's interesting too is, as a team, I believe we're the only ones that have been in this position before, and the only ones who have won a cup before. So in theory, we have that organizational, experience, but I don't think anyone outside of Maxi was a part of that team at this point. Tavon. Maxi and Tavon. So you got two guys who have been here before, two guys who alternatively have won an Eastern Final and lost an Eastern Final.
No, not Thiago.
Thiago might have lost with us.
He's lost an Eastern Conference Final with us. But he was not for the chip. I think it's only Maxi and Tavon from the chip team.
Yeah, which is also wild that NYCFC just, in those, 4 or 5 years, 3 finals appearances, one of the years not making the playoffs at all.
If that one was not in there, I think even with that one in there, we're still by far the best playoff
Eastern team.
I think definitely Eastern team. I think LAFC on the Western side contends with us. There was a Hudson River article. We've played in for 15 playoff games since the chip, and we've won 10 of them.
Damn.
Which is insane. It's over 75% win percentage. And LAFC is on that too. So I don't know. I mean, talking about Tavon, he has, I think, a really big role in this game. Obviously, he has Alba that he's going to have to contend with, pocket, much like he did Zaha. And then he has that Allende kid who has been going crazy with Messi. So I look to him to kind of be like a impact player. If Tavon has a bad game, then we likely lose.
Yeah.
There's a few guys on the field that are like that. Like if Nico has a bad game, we likely lose. If Tavon has a bad game, we likely lose. And we kind of just need some like solid shifts out of everybody else to get something done.
You just got. I think we hope that we can show up, play a good game, put something out there that's respectable. Keep a little bit of hope that the old men just their legs are killing them at this moment. Like they're at Thanksgiving right now, just wishing that they could stop playing soccer for the year at this point.
Hopefully. I mean, it does feel like we're kind of running into another brick wall here. But like somehow we got through the Philly brick wall. So
playoffs, man.
I really don't know anymore. Like it's changed my outlook on games that feel out of reach. That the Philly game specifically changed my outlook on them.
Yeah, I'm trying not to put too much into it because, I talked about Philly in general and my thoughts around the game in the regular season, and how I thought that they weren't the better team on the day, and that I did believe that this team could beat them. It was just in the injuries that I thought would kill us. The fact that this team historically does not look good without Alonso, but look, they found a way. I'm just hoping that it continues.
Yeah, I mean, are there any other players that you think are worth highlighting from the Philly game? I know we gave Freese his praise, we gave Nico his praise, we gave Shore some praise. I feel like Ojeda. I know early he had that attempt on goal. I think he megged somebody cutting in from the left.
He was a little gassed up.
Yeah.
I didn't love the shot, but I know, you don't love the shot, you love the confidence to take the shot. I thought Hack played a very mature game. The back line looked great.
Raul
looked great.
He's like a kind of a unsung hero for this team.
Yeah.
It felt like things were kind of shaky at the start, and he has like very quickly become not a centerpiece in the defense, but like a piece that you don't want not on the field. So we're definitely going to need him. I mean, that's what between him, Thiago, and Hack, like we're going to need some physical players that are disrupting, not only the tactics of Miami, but I think the mental games.
I wonder how how is Miami tactically truly? Because I don't watch enough of them to really know. But does Mascherano really strike you as like a tactical genius, or is he low key just being like, we got Messi, and if we defend really well and allow him to make 5 to 6 plays a game that likely end up in goals, then we're looking good.
I mean, it is the Messi show down there.
100%.
I think the last 25, I saw some tweet. It was like their last 26 or 25 goal contributions, like 23 of them were made by Messi, either goal or assisted. I think they just float into space and they hope they pull unknowing defenders away from somewhere that Messi can run into. Like it's all those tactical cam footages that you see where Messi is kind of walking around on the pitch and then somebody loses focus and bites on a man, and now he has a circle of 10 yards around him where he can kind of impose.
Is that the key then, just staying mentally locked into the game to not allow things like that to happen?
Yeah, I think you just have Aiden keep his elbow on Messi's chest for 90 minutes.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, I feel like that is the key to victory, and you let these other people beat you. And if they can, then that's a different story. But in my heart of hearts, I do feel like, a Messi-less Miami.
Yeah.
I love our chances. It tips the scale like it.
Oh yeah,
100%. 100%.
Yeah. If we were looking at this team and Messi ends up with a calf injury or something like that, can't go the full game.
I mean, the books are reversing the odds.
Yeah.
Completely.
Couple other key things just to quickly touch on. Suarez was benched in their game.
Yeah.
Not injury related, just not a part of the plan. I feel like throw him in the game versus us. Throw him in the game, or tell him he's not starting again, so we can just blow up the locker room's whole culture. Just have him pissed off, terribly pissed off.
Yeah, I doubt he starts considering what they did against Cincinnati. I mean, I can't imagine. I think the left winger scored 2, Messi scored 1, the right winger scored 1. I mean, there was goals and assists just sprinkled across the top of their front three.
And Messi scored a header of all things. Another thing, just to note, I think it's pretty cool that San Diego is in the position that they're in, given how new they are, would definitely be a super cool potential opponent in a cup final. And if that's not the way that, the universe has it, then making it in general would be a very cool thing.
What is it about the league that these new teams to the league can just like figure it out for the first year?
I feel like it's having a blank slate for roster construction, genuinely, because you can look at it. It's harder when you're in year 10, and you have guys that you signed potentially back in 2015, 2016.
Yeah, your manager didn't bring in.
Your manager didn't bring in. You're paying them this money because not only are they, good enough to stay on your team, but they've been in the building, they've been contributing most likely. So you have to pay them higher, potentially throw tags on people. It's easier just to have a blank slate and be like, okay, well, I can have this guy for this contract, this guy for that contract, and you're just kind of picking and choosing what you want.
Yeah, it's weird because it's happened a lot of times now, 3 or 4 times now.
St. Louis, I think, was really good.
St. Louis, LAFC, when they were instantly good.
Even them, I'm shocked that they're not in a final this year.
Right.
With the team that they have.
I don't know. It remains to be seen what's going to happen. I think if we play San Diego in the final, not to look ahead, but maybe there's some impromptu booking of flights that could occur. There are passports that exist, so Vancouver is not out of the question. It would be kind of cool to see Muller in person.
That would be, yeah. He's like a bucket list kind of guy.
Yeah, not that I want to see him play against our team. But
yeah, but then you got Chucky in San Diego. You got Dwyer, who may not be like a world-known player, but in terms of the MLS, he's one of the best, maybe a top 10.
That's true.
Top 10 player in the MLS right now. So there's a lot to look forward to. I didn't see us in this position, I'll be honest. So this is almost like...
It's free soccer.
Free soccer, yeah.
Yeah.
This is gravy.
It's been free soccer.
Shout out Thanksgiving. This is gravy.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's all there is to say.
If you're watching the game on Saturday, watch it with a friend. All of our hearts will need a monitor, probably a second backup, just in case anything happens. I'm sure it's going to be super eventful night.
Should we do any game predictions, like where we drop scores and results and stuff? No.
No, I don't want to jinx anything.
Yeah.
I don't want to throw anything off.
Somebody needs to go into our history, and we don't do them often, but when we do them, I wonder how we perform.
Accurate we've been.
Yeah.
I feel like I only remember the ones that I get correct. But yeah, no, I think it'll be an exciting game. Mm-hmm. I'm ready for it, and yeah, we'll see you guys after that one.
Yeah.
For sure.
To the fans traveling down to Miami,
Oof.
Be safe. Philly fans, I heard, did not treat us well.
Some scumbags in there.
Yeah, some real scums. So I don't know. Keep it safe down there. We're not making the trip ourselves, so.
No, I don't have the stomach for it.
Yeah, I mean, it was sort of the same conversation for Philly.
I'm the idea guy. I feel like I'll be like, hey, let's drive down to wherever.
Pretty much every away game, you will be like, damn, plane tickets are $146.
Plane tickets are cheap. We can get a little Airbnb. This one would have us traveling, tomorrow?
Right.
Getting to Miami, staying for the game, leaving Sunday. I would get back here, work, get on a plane, go to North Carolina. So it's just...
I was just looking at flights on that couch out there during the football
game. To Miami?
Game.
What are the
202, leave.
It ain't bad.
Leave Friday, come back Sunday.
Yeah, it's not bad.
But the issue is then you got to get the tickets too, because
we missed the media window.
I mean, it sounds like even if you make the media window these days, they just
don't even send it to you.
They don't even care. So
no.
We are looking forward to the game. Like you said, watch it with a friend. Watch it with somebody that can provide you proper emotional support
and medical attention if needed.
Yeah, have a doctor in the room if you can.
Yeah.
And hopefully we get off to a quick start.
Yeah.
If
you have a score prediction, we'll see that in the YouTube comments or whatever.
Yeah, let us know
wherever you are. Maybe we'll throw likes on ones that we somewhat agree with. But I don't have the stomach to throw one out into the world.
Yeah.
At this moment.
So we'll talk to you after the Miami game, whether it goes good or bad. Otherwise, happy Thanksgiving. Appreciate you guys. We're thankful for you guys. Thankful for the team existing, I think, in general.
Yeah.
And
Looking forward to 2027 too.
let's get a result.
Let's go.
All right. Peace.
Peace.
Produced by Mr. Darko Beats.